Peace and light, everyone, and welcome to the Midweek Boost. With the holiday season full of swing, it's easy to feel pulled in many directions. This week, we're focusing on setting healthy boundaries to keep your peace intact, your stress low, and your joy high. Let's talk about how to prioritize what truly matters and gracefully let go of the rest. So, you can fully enjoy this season without burnout. The title of today's show is Boundaries and Balance Protecting Your Peace During the Holidays. We are diving into the boundaries that we can set for a joyful holiday season. So, to kick things off, we are going to say a short prayer to get us started, and then we'll dive into tips and suggestions for setting boundaries. Dear Heavenly Creator, I come before you today with a open heart and warm feelings of the holiday season. I ask that you reach out to each and every one of us, our loved ones and our families, and let us know that it's okay to set boundaries so that we can have balance and protect our peace during the holiday season. I thank you for being with us, Ashe and Amen. And so let's dive into tips and suggestions for setting boundaries. One of the first things that I think is really good is to decide truly what matters by reflecting on the events, people, and activities that bring us joy during the holiday seasons. And then prioritize these and allow yourself to say no to the things that drain your energy. And then the second thing is to communicate early and kindly. Let family and friends know in advance about any boundaries around gatherings, gift giving, or time commitments. Clear communication can prevent misunderstandings and set expectations. And then the third thing that I thought up was practicing self compassion. Remember, setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary for our well being, and allowing ourselves to rest, say no, or take time alone. We don't have to feel guilty. We just need to do it because we're practicing self compassion. Number four, limit screen time. With so much happening online during the holiday seasons, setting boundaries around social media or screen time can really help us stay grounded and focus on real life connections. And number five, protect your budget. Financial boundaries are just as important as emotional ones. Stick to a budget that aligns with your goals and don't feel pressure to overspend to keep up with expectations. Today's affirmations, there are three, I'll read them all. I honor my needs and protect my peace this holiday season. Number two, it's okay to say no to what doesn't align with my joy. And number three, I choose presence over pressure and connection over obligation. Today's journal prompts, there are three, and I'll read them all. The first one is, what boundaries can I set to make this holiday season more joyful and meaningful? And number two, how can I communicate my boundaries in a way that feels respectful to myself and to others? And number three, what is one holiday tradition or activity that brings me true happiness? I want to give a shout out to the music artist whose music for this episode is sourced from the YouTube Music Library, non copyrighted music. The tracks that you hear in the background comes from Breaking Copyright, non copyright music, Cythereal's Embrace. Thank you for allowing us to use your music and to be able to access your music to help us in our creative goals. Today's call to action this week: set one boundary that will help you feel balanced and joyful this holiday season, whether it's around time, finances, or commitments. Share it with us on social media and let's inspire each other to protect our peace. And so, you guys, with that said, I'm going to dive into today's Midweek Boost moral story and explanation. The title of today's story is The Bamboo and the Oak Tree. Once in a lush forest, there grew an old oak tree and a young bamboo shoot. The oak tree stood tall and proud, its branches reaching high and wide, while the bamboo was slender and fragile looking, swaying with the slightest breeze. The oak would often laugh at the bamboo, mocking its flexibility and telling it, "Look at how you bend. You are weak, my friend. See how strong and steady I am." The bamboo stayed humble, saying only, "Each of us has our own strength." Then one night, a great storm swept through the forest. The wind howled, the rain lashed, and lightning split the sky. The mighty oak, with its unyielding strength, stood rigid against the storm, refusing to bend. But the bamboo, light and flexible, bent with every gust, swaying with the force of the wind. When the storm finally passed, the oak tree had been uprooted and lay broken on the forest floor. Yet the bamboo, having bent with the storm, stood tall, unharmed. This story reminds us of the strength found in resilience and adaptability. Like the bamboo, life's challenges often call for us to be flexible while we learn to bend and flow rather than resist every force that comes our way. While we may admire strength and rigidity, true endurance comes from adapting, embracing change, and learning to go with life's ups and downs. So, if your week feels stormy and challenging, remember the bamboo. Instead of resisting or letting the weight of stress wear you down, try to be flexible. Take each moment as it comes and trust in your ability to adapt, and know that this approach can keep you standing strong even after the storm passes. One of my favorite quotes that I wrote in regards to being strong and resilience is not found in how strongly we stand, but in how gracefully we bend. And so today's show is all about the holidays and creating boundaries. During the holidays, setting boundaries is a gift we give to ourselves and to others. Prioritizing our well being saying no when we need to, and honoring our personal space allows us to enjoy the season more fully, free from stress and resentment. And remember that boundaries aren't barriers, they're a way to ensure that we can connect with others from a place of joy and peace. Pray with me now. Dear God, as we journey through this day and this holiday season, fill our hearts with peace, strength, and gratitude. Guide our steps with wisdom and patience, helping us see the blessings in each moment. Surround us with your love, protect us from harm, and help us extend kindness to everyone we meet. In times of challenge, remind us of your presence that we may find comfort and courage, and may our words and our actions reflect your light, and may we bring hope and compassion to all of those around us. Today's call to action. This week, set one boundary that will help you feel balanced and joyful this holiday season, whether it's around time, finances, or commitments. Share it with us on social media or with your family and friends. And let's inspire each other to protect our peace. I want to thank you for joining me today on this episode of the Midweek Boost. Join us next week as we dive into holiday mindfulness, small, meaningful practices that keep you present and grounded amid the hustle and bustle. Let's make this holiday season one of true connection and joy. Until next week, take care of yourself and others. Peace and light.